Hello everyone and welcome back to your piano lesson. If you are here for the first time, I am Gianluca Fronda, your virtual piano teacher. If you want to discover interesting facts about me, you can watch the introduction video of this channel. I'm leaving the link in the description of this video, where you will find also the link for my artistic channel, Gianluca Fronda, pianist and composer, if you're interested in original music and covers. Talking about this channel, don't forget to subscribe and let me know about yourself by commenting. Tell me when you have started, if you're finding my channel interesting and you're improving your skills also thanks to my videos. And don't forget also to share with your friends if there is anybody interested in piano music, anybody that you know. So now time to go to our lesson. Today is time to talk about a toy, the A1 piece, from the piano exam pieces ABRSM grade 1 2021-2022, and this has been requested by one of the subscribers of my channel. I hope it will be helpful. Anyways, this piece, to be very honest, is very interesting. It's a piece that uses the imitation as a, let's say, composition technique. It's very well made. It's been also arranged in a rearranged in a very interesting way by Richard Jones. As usual, I will play first at the final speed, 126. Then I will explain the technical aspects of the piece, and then I will play again slowly. Let's go straight to 126. I like to play first at the final speed to let you hear how it should sound. In this way you have a general impression of the piece, and then we go deep into the details. So. It's very challenging, I'm very honest. You have to really keep high your attention if you want to play, obviously very well, respecting every single signs like slurs, staccato. So this piece is from the 17th century and obviously is not strictly classical music. It's closer to the Baroque style. Indeed, I'm mentioning Baroque style. Is using one of the most common composition technique of the Baroque style. This is, I should say, even pre-Baroque. Which one is this technique? Is the imitation that I was mentioning in the beginning. Let's go now deep indeed into all the details. Let's analyze first, and then we would let's analyze first the structure of the piece, and then we will talk about the articulations. The main theme is ta 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 pam pa ram pam pam pa, is imitated immediately by the left hand piano. But then look what happened. You see this line that I've added. Usually is added by the editor, by the musicologist editing the piece, when or the composer himself, when he wants to take your attention to the fact that the melody now is passing immediately to the right. Let's analyze. This is the start, the first bar. Then, look at the second bar. We had D 2 counts and D1 count. Indeed, D2 counts is here, the D1 count is here. So the melody starts here, left hand, then immediately to the right, and this is simple accompaniment. You don't have to consider this part of the melody, but let it go to the right. In this way, it will sound exactly like it was sounding here. Then there is immediately one more imitation. Let's try to understand if the composer respected the structure of the melody, the intervals, or did he change anything. So the start is identical, the interval of fifth is identical as well, obviously with one harmony note, G, D, exactly like in the main theme, But then, here we are, there is a small change, because something is happening. You get this natural F that is taking you to a different key signature. But the funny bit is that here you have the F natural, but then you're immediately sharp. And the melody changes completely because it doesn't respect anymore the intervals. It's only the rhythm that is identical, you see? Let's analyze again. So we have D here, exactly like in the main theme, but then instead of the D, we have the E as a melodic note. Then it goes down to the A instead of going up to the E. Here the interval is a third, here is a fourth. Is confirmed that the semitone leading to the D here, exactly here, was leading to the G, to the tonic of the key signature. We are in G major. It was G major. It was in G major the whole theme, but here is taking you to D major, to the dominant of G. I know that for many of you what I'm saying is not easy to be understood, but start getting used. Then in the future you will hear from me about these important, super important things. The theme indeed now restart again, but doesn't feature the whole theme, simply the beginning, the first bar now in D, imitating immediately, repeating the theme, exactly the same pitch, and now going down to the left. Now the left is imitating the theme, and here the theme is going on almost in the same way it was going on in the second line, with some big change at the end, also rhythmical change finally, and ending. This is a kind of coda that is taking you up to the end. Just to give you some interesting tip related to how to analyze, how to finally percept the piece, because the piece is not a simple succession of notes. There is a specific idea behind the piece. There is a structure that the composer always draw in his mind, and obviously on the music sheet. But let's stop here with the analysis, this kind of analysis. Let's go now to the analysis of the articulation. As I was mentioning, we have slurs, staccato notes. In this specific case of in the case of this piece, don't worry too much about the portato, because I didn't even want to play according to the classical, strictly classical requirement. I have played with more freedom, playing, I should say, even legato these notes. Remember also that the sound coming from the instrument used for playing this one wasn't the one of the piano that we are using today. Simply respect now in this case the slurs, the staccato note, making a very clear difference between them. I have tried to play non-legato these crotchets. Remember what I've told you regarding the melody. Respect strictly the dynamics, because it definitely helps creating a very interesting picture. Now I want to play it slowly, and I will keep the metronome on. I will try to play, for example, at 63, half speed, just to let you check every single move and every single sound. 1 and 2 and 3 and... Sometimes it's not that easy to respect exactly the articulation when you play very, very slow, but I hope I gave you an idea of the notes, of the moves, of the fingering. The funny bit of this piece is that, I don't know if you read in the notes underneath, at some point and the smallest part at the end, it says, in the version printed here, all dynamics, okay, slurs and staccatos are editorial, this is obvious. In bar 12, let's say in bar 12, I should say 13 and 14, the source has F natural in place of F sharp, presumably in error. Sometime I was having fun playing this passage from bar 12 to 14, using indeed playing the F natural, and you want to see how it should sound. For example, so 12 is this one, 13 and 14. Look how it should sound. I start from bar 9. Da 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 dum. It's quite funny. Who knows if maybe the composer for real wanted that F natural. Is definitely right, this decision of the editor of using the F sharp, but who knows? This sometimes is a mystery. We never know when the composers have some very strange idea, especially because I'm a composer myself, and I know that sometimes I do things that you shouldn't expect, but it's obviously is a kind of signature of the composer himself. So anyways, let me know if there is anything that you were expecting that I haven't mentioned at all. I assume that you don't need me mentioning the length of the notes, mentioning the fingering that much, especially because you can definitely see and check from the slow performance. But in case really you were expecting something else, please let me know. And I hope also that the explanation about the structure of the piece wasn't too complicated to be understood. If you don't get that much of that explanation, leave it, and one day you will definitely understand, after maybe getting some information, some knowledge regarding the harmony. Music harmony is one of the most important chapters that you have to definitely build up if you want to become a very good musician. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are landing just today, if you have never done before. Let me know how it's going, if you are improving your skills also thanks to my video, and see you in the next video. See you, bye bye.